Welcome to Swordbox, continuing his focus on growing closer to God. Mackie talks about the fact that we need to come reverently before the Lord, respecting his almighty power. Our verse for today is Psalm 89:7. God is to greatly be feared in the assembly of the saints, and to be held in reverence by all those around him.
We've been talking this week about seeking the Lord, and we really haven't even scratched the surface of the things we can do, the things we need to do to seek God and to make him our priority. But today I want to talk just a few brief moments about the sixth thing I would tell you that we need to do in order to seek the Lord, in order to have a closer relationship with him, and that is we need to have reverence for God. We need to remember when we come into his presence that God is holy. We're not drawing near to a man, we're not drawing near just to some other being, but we're drawing near to a holy, perfect, and pure God. And when we come to him, we must remember that he is holy, and we need to have reverence for who he is. The Bible says in Psalm 99:9, "For the Lord our God is holy. He is perfect and pure." And in Psalm 89:7 it says, God is greatly to be feared in the assembly of the saints, and to be held in reverence by all of those around him. You know, if we could see God as he really was, it wouldn't be no problem for us to be reverenced, because we would go flat on our face in godly fear and in awe of who he is. You know, even in the Bible, in Revelations, when John saw Jesus standing there, he fell to his face, and the Bible says, as a dead man. The brilliance of Christ, the brilliance of God is so much more beautiful and amazing than anything we've ever seen on this earth, that if we were to see it, that's about the only thing we could do, is fall on our face as though we were dead, because God's brilliance is just that awesome. So we need to be reminded each day, and and I'm guilty of this. You know, I come to God with a quick prayer. I come to God, and sometimes I quit. I fail to stop and realize, wait a minute, I'm coming in the presence of a holy God. And as I'm trying to have a closer relationship to him, God's saying, hey, I'm holy. You need to reverence me. You need to remember who you're talking to here. I'm not the man upstairs. I'm holy, perfect God. You know, Jesus says, I call you friends. He wants that kind of relationship with us, but we still need to maintain our reverence for him, remembering who he is. You know, we've shown respect for our human parents, or maybe a political office or something. We wouldn't go barging into the president's office. We would show respect for that office. You know, we would fear the consequences if we did such a thing. And yet sometimes we go barging into the throne of grace without respect and without reverence. We should come boldly there. The Bible tells us to, but we should bring our respect. We should bring that godly fear, and we should have reverence for our holy God. Begin to have reverence for him, and see how that begins to change your walk with Christ.